Hello, good morning, 7th grade students of SMPK Penapur, Jakarta. We met again through today's online learning. And in today's video, we are going to learn about pteridophytes, or groups of ferns and their allies. Let's discover together about this group of plants. Have you ever seen these plants? Plants with an odd brownish structure below its leaves. If you have seen one of them, then you have seen pteridophytes or ferns. I think your mom or your dad have one of these plants in your house. Pteridophytes are considered as the first group of non-seed plants and also the first group of vascular plants. We have learned about non-vascular plants before, about bryophytes, and now we want to learn the first vascular non-seed plants, which is ferns or pteridophytes. Let's talk about the general characteristics of pteridophytes. First, they are flourish in a damp, cool, shady habitats, although some species also grow in sandy soil conditions. Next, they were the first terrestrial plants that possess vascular tissues, consist of xylems and phloems. As you can see from the screen, you can see a microscopic image of fern vascular bundle consists of xylem and phloem. Next, they also possess true structure of root, stem, and leaves. There are two types of the leaf. The first one is small leaf or microphyll, and the second one is larger leaf, which is called as macrophyll. Similar to bryophytes, pteridophytes also experience two stages on its life cycle. The first one is sporophyte stage, and the second one is gametophyte stage. However, in pteridophytes, the sporophyte stage are dominant from a whole plant's life cycle. Meanwhile, in bryophytes, the gametophyte stage are the dominant one in their life cycle. Sporophyte stage or sporophyte structure will produce spores. There are two types of spores based on their shapes. The first one is homospores and the second one is heterospores. Spores, which is haploid, are produced by a meiosis in a sporangium or sporangia. Sporangia are located in leaf-like appendages called as sporophyll. In some genera, like Equisetum, sporophylls might form a distinct and compact structure called as strobilus or strobile. Next, let's talk about the gametophytes of pteridophytes. The first gametophytes consist of two types of sex organs. The first one is antheridium, which will produce male gametes, and the second one is archegonium, which will produce female gametes. Both antheridium and archegonium are located on the underside of leaf called as prothallus. Anthrazoids from male will move towards the mouth of archegonium through the medium of water. Fertilization occurred when one cell of anthrazoid fused to an egg cell. Later, the fusion of these cells will form zygote, embryo, An embryo will develop into young sporophyte until it reaches the mature sporophyte stage. Now, let's learn about the classification of Pteridophytes. Pteridophytes consist of four major groups. The first one is Psilopsida, and then Lycopsida. Next is Sphenopsida, and the last group of Pteridophytes is Pteropsida. Let's discuss about each characteristics of these groups. The first group is Psilopsida. This is the most primitive Pteridophytes. They are rootless, but they have a root-like structure which is called as rhizoids. They have photosynthetic stem because their leaves are often absent. They have homosporous spores. This is the spore synonyme or sporangia in Psilopsida that fuse into a one big structure called as synonyme. Next is Lycopsida. They have differentiated plant structure, root, stem, and leaves. Especially their leaves consist of microphyllous leaves. Their sporophylls aggregate to form a compact structure called as strobili. They have both homosporous species and heterosporous species. Their gametophyte depends on fungi or fungus as the source of food. Here you can see several pictures that describe to us about their strobili. Next group of Pteridophytes is Sphenopsida. It is also known as horsetail ferns. They have differentiated plant body, and their stems are joined with nodes and internodes. They have scaly leaves seen as whorl around the node. Their sporangia forming a strobili or cones. They are homosporous Pteridophytes. Next is the last group of Pteridophytes. It is Pteropsida. It is known as the most widely distributed Pteridophytes. They have differentiated plant structure, and their leaves are microphyllous or larger leaves called as fronds. The young leaves show circinate vernation or spirally coiled. Sporangia forms sorus or sori on the lower side of the leaf. You will see the picture in the next slide. Pteropsida consists of homosporous ferns and also heterosporous ferns. They have multiflagellated anthrazoids or multiflagellated male gametes. Here you can see an example of Pteridopsida, which is Pteris muricata and Marciella minuta. You can see that they have sori or sorus below the surface of the leaf. Here, a conclusion about the comparison of four groups of Pteridophytes. Next, let's talk about the uses of Pteridophytes. First, Pteridophytes can be used as an ornamental plants. You can make a beautiful garden by collecting these species of birds. Second uses is Pteridophytes have rows as soil binders. They can prevent erosion on high land. And the last uses or roles of pteridophytes is they can be used as medicinal plants, for example to cure rheumatism, asthma, have a better blood circulation, and also for the digestion system of human. Well, thank you for your attention. You can discuss the rest material of pteridophytes with your teachers. Have fun, enjoy your online learning, and God bless you.